The workspace of the future is, for me, adapted on the needs of the people that are using it. It's what we call activity-based. So it's not only adapted to the people, but also on the activity that they will accommodate. So for me, the workspace of the future, so we talk about knowledge workers. It's to exchange knowledge, it's to be perform, and to give the ability to use the space the best as it is. So to adapt this along is activity. So for example, to be concrete, to give a space to collaborate, to give a space to concentrate, to contemplate, to exchange several types of meeting, informal meeting, formal meetings, to be able to sit in a lounge area, for example, to relax and to work. So this is for me the workspace of the future, where we'll identify 4 types of workers. So the first worker will be the anchor. So the anchor is a worker that will sit on his desk, let's say from 9 to 5, and not move from his desk and stay in the building. The other one will be the getterer, who will be outside the office and 50% inside of the office. And then we have also one, for example, the navigator, who will be 90% of his time outside and just 10% inside. So it's important to analyze this type of worker. I don't know which type of worker you are. Maybe it's interesting to think about it. Are you an anchor? Are you a getterer? Are you a navigator? So it's important to consider this type of working in a space environment. The topic for the moment about stress and burnout, for example, because it's an official obligation now as a manager to do everything you can to avoid burnout within your team. So how do we do that? To bring some fun in the office. For example, bring some gaming area, like we did in the office of Google. So gaming area is an area where you can have a party of football, kicker, of snooker with the employees. It will also improve the communication within different teams. You can organize competitions between different departments. You will learn other colleagues you didn't know, and it will distract you from work and stress for a little bit, and it will just improve your performance and happiness on the office floor. So these are the kind of elements also to distract you from your official stress. And also with lounge area, you can implement the lounge area. For example, a lounge area, a sofa with an informal meeting point where you can just chat, have a coffee, discuss about the weekend, how it was. So it's to really distract you from your work top, and it's also part of a job to be distract from our work. So the involvement of the IT in companies that we are refurbishing the office, and companies who obviously are not working on IT or is not their core business, we try to implement specific IT companies from the beginning to advise us on how it can work. Because IT in a new office space, in a new way of work, is a central element. Is from the first meeting we have with the company. It's a strategic point and will give you the possibility, it's a tool, it will give you the possibility to work at different locations, for example, to work in different locations within the company. So the IT is an essential item within the new workspace. So we try to get the right people around the table to get advices from the best companies like Unisys, for example, to advise different companies on how the IT could be organized with the cloud and all the other things. So there are many opportunities today to consider. We as an architect, we are generalists. We try to have a global view on the different elements, but we need to consider proper IT teams around us to advise us. Yeah. So the user of a new workspace, a new work environment would be, is coming to the office and they will sit in an area where we can actually organize the best task he has set for the day. So instead of organize your office in departments, you will organize your office in activities. So imagine you're a person, you're sitting in front of your building, you say, okay, today I need to concentrate myself because I have an offer to realize. You will sit in an area where all is about concentration. You shut down your iPhone, you work, and you concentrate, and you disturb nobody, so it's a concentration area. In the afternoon, you could have a meeting with other person, or you need to be in a place where there's a lot of interaction going on. All right, you can move to a place where these kind of activities are allowed. So the thing is, you will organize your office in activities, and you will go to a place where you can sit and do the best task you had set for the day. So in terms of statistics, it's proven statistic, adapted workspace for the knowledge worker will improve performance such as 20%. So that's very important to know that creativity, the sharing of experience, and adapt the workspace towards that will increase the performance. So these are statistics. Another impressive statistic is that 98%, for 98%, it's an interview they did on 100,000 persons, where they asked a question, is creativity important for your job? 98% confirmed it is. If we ask, do you think you are creative? 45% answer, yes, I am creative. If they ask, is your employment, is your company doing enough to promote creativity? Only 2% answer yes. So we still have some work to do. So together with you, we can work on a creative work environment. So I'll give you an example about innovation, how to stimulate creativity, innovation, to develop ideas. A place like a Kicker, for example, can take you away, distract you a little bit from your laptop, from your own desktop, and that's where ideas exist. You can have a terrific idea by just sitting in a sofa or having a beer in a pub or having a play around the Kicker with other colleagues to distract you and to have a kind of a workshop, an informal discussion about how will you resolve this problem, what is your vision about the problem. So it's all about sharing experience to get the distraction from your day-to-day business, from your desktop, to stimulate a certain idea that you have in mind to develop. I think a good example I can give for that, company that uses this kind of concept already for years, is Google, where we did it on implementing in Kicker or snookers, things like that, that will improve the think of an idea. The place that social media is taking into an office, we cannot avoid it. It's just part of our people, of what we're doing today. For example, Facebook. Many companies today even communicate through the chat of Facebook. So social media is a very important part of our social situation today. We can work also at different locations. So it's a way of communicate. It's a way also to share the values of your company. So it's actually a tool that gives us the possibility to go further on with our communication and just to make the people part of the community of the company. I think my dream of the future office would be to have a very open office where every activity that you need to have for knowledge worker, being informal meetings, work together, project teams, would be united as a perfect one functioned element in a very beautiful building with the best location where people never get stuck into the traffic and where people get their way in the week and even during the weekend, because it's such a beautiful office that we would like to be there all day, all night, and during the weekends, and 7 days on 7. That's a dream, but probably not realistic and not probably healthy for the social balance work life, but that could be a dream.